Imminent Peril provides a structured approach to cooperatively building a story with other people. You continue adding to this perilous situation that is often also quite silly and quite absurd.
It is improv role playing.
Everything's trying to kill you and it's fun. It allows for so much creativity and individuality, and every time you play, you're going to get something different and exciting. It's a really free system. You can come up with anything, and as long as you can explain it.
It relies so heavily on your imagination, but has enough structure that it's accessible to most anyone. It's just a really great balance of flexibility and creativity and a defined path.
You're building together, improv and storytelling with a winner at the end.
It's a make-believe game that you play with your friends, and you can try to kill them in your imagination, and they can try to block you in their imagination, and then you vote on how good everyone was at not dying.
There's nothing like it out there. It's really original.
It doesn't just become a competition between wills where people feel like their situation or their character or their persona is the best.
It's just fun, exciting, great way to get to know new people.
I've played Imminent Peril with strangers more than I've played other board games with strangers, and I think it's really good for that. It doesn't really matter what your backgrounds are. Like, it doesn't matter what you're coming into the game with. If you really know that person, you're all just like having fun in a really welcoming and encouraging kind of environment.
It's accessible to those who really don't get the whole role play and character play and diving into that with that level of depth. So it's a really fantastic, like, toe in the water introduction to kind of live action role play type of game.
This doesn't have a character sheet. It doesn't have dice. It's much easier to just open up the box and play the game because it's all about having fun and making each other laugh.
I haven't found a storytelling game that allows me to feel quite as involved in the storytelling, but also involved frequently enough to keep my attention span. In Dungeons and Dragons, you're doing your part, you're answering questions at your time, but it's very easy to kind of forget where you are and you're just, other people are doing their own thing. In this, there's a structured formula of weaving in and out of each person's story, each person's peril, each person's response. And as a result, you're regularly and consistently involved.
There's a reason to stay engaged with everybody's storyline. It forces you to pay attention not just to your own turn, but to everybody else's turn.
I've never played a game that's so collaborative, that everyone is working together towards one story.
It does tend to attract people that are yes-anders, that are like, oh yeah, that's a cool idea. Let's pump that up and make that a little bit cooler, and let's all roll with it together.
It's the breadth of storytelling and the randomness. You never know where it's going to go. You're like, okay, we're sitting down and this is where we're starting. Who knows where we're going to end up?
One of my favorite moments in the game is the setup. Is when you're developing who your character is and how they fit into the stories. And it's fun getting to see where some of my friends are, how do they imagine themselves in this space? It really brings me back to the imagination of childhood. And so it's cool getting to relive that with them. I think I'm even more excited to hear their choices about how they start off than I am my own, but I also am excited about my own.
I really love the ability cards. I love reading the abilities and the descriptions of them because they're really funny. And that's probably my favorite part because even before I get to play it and describe what I'm doing, I have a little sensible chuckle to myself just reading my hand. And I do love that also, that it's so flexible. Your card says one thing, but it's very much up to interpretation as to how it's going to play out.
My favorite thing about Imminent Peril is making my friends laugh and seeing the joy on people's faces. My second favorite thing about Imminent Peril is coming up with creative ways for my character to die at the end.
It'll challenge you to think outside the box. It brings you back to that sense of childhood. It brings you back to that place where you get to imagine wild things happening that do and don't make sense. And every time is different. The peril's different. The world's different. The powers are different. The people are different. At a time when people more than ever want to escape the real world, which is perilous, why not go to another one that's also perilous?
It's a lot of fun and it's rewarding. It's worth the play.